boost! Just stop. We are in a snow week. Yeah, can't get any better.
Hello, welcome to Hawks Recap. Game 57 is over and done with, and the Hawks finish off their three-game road trip winless with a 5-2 loss at the hands of the Vegas Golden Knights. It is the Blackhawks' 7th straight loss, and the Golden Knights have now swept the Blackhawks this season. Who would have thought that that would be the case at the beginning of this season, especially after the first game when the Hawks beat the Penguins 10-1? I didn't. The Blackhawks came into this game after a very disappointing, that would be an understatement, a very depressing loss against the Arizona Coyotes. This is the back end of a back-to-back for the Hawks. They're coming from losing big to the last place team in the league to playing basically one of the best teams in the league at the end of the back-to-back. The odds definitely weren't in their favor. Now, losing in embarrassing fashion the way the Blackhawks did certainly can kick their butts into high gear, kind of kickstart that desperation mode that should have really already been kickstarted. But on the flip side, you have Vegas, who's coming off of 2 straight home losses, so they kind of had something to prove as well. So those two things kind of canceled each other out in that regard. If the Blackhawks were going to win this game, one of the things they had to do was get out to an early lead, because the Golden Knights are one of those teams that just seem impossible to beat if they get a lead. And the Hawks did that. They would get an early first period goal 2 minutes in. Blackhawks on the power play, DeBrincat with the puck near the half boards. He gets it over to Gustafsson right at the point. He rips a slap shot, and Wingels gets a stick on it, redirects it past Fleury, and the Hawks have the early 1-goal lead. Wingels and Saad with great net front presence, really making it hard on Fleury here. It's something I've been harping on all season. It seems like it's something that the Blackhawks just have failed to consistently do. Getting the puck from the point through to the net with great net front presence to make it tough for the goalie, hopefully get some sort of rebound goal. That is a recipe for success on a power play or 5v5. They do it here, and it pays off. Unfortunately, 3 minutes after that, the Golden Knights have the puck below the goal line in the offensive zone. Carpenter takes the puck and tries to just stuff it on net, on glass, hoping for some sort of rebound chaos in front of the net, but he doesn't even need that. The puck somehow squirts through glass and into the back of the net, and we have a tie game. Can we just stop giving up goals like this? It's just disheartening. It's deflating. I'm not saying our goaltending is 100% all of our problems, but it seems like every single time we have momentum of some sort, the goaltending just gives up a terrible goal from a terrible angle at the most inopportune time. It just is deflating to the rest of the team, to the bench. It's just unreal how this keeps happening game after game. After that, the Golden Knights would grab momentum. They would grab control of this game. The puck, forechecking, offensive zone time, you name it. Jeff Glass actually responded pretty well after that very soft goal. The Blackhawks had to also kill 3 straight penalties. It's a wonder Vegas couldn't get another goal in this one. This game goes into the second period tied 1 apiece. It's mind-boggling watching this Vegas team, because common sense tells you that these players should not be playing as well as they are. They should not be playing so high above how they've played the rest of their career prior to this. It's surely a credit to their coaching. Gerard Gallant is going to be by far and away the coach of the year. And it kind of makes sense, though, if you think about it. This group of players were all role players coming from their former teams. To have them all latch onto a system and do their jobs, it kind of makes sense. Role players kind of have that mentality. So they're all playing a team game. They're all very fast players, and somehow I think they have magnets on their sticks, because every single time they make a move or a toe drag or something, the puck stays on their stick somehow or finds another one of their teammates. It's unreal. It's fun to watch, but it just you just scratch your head like, how do they keep doing this? It doesn't make sense, but it kind of does. Moving on from that, this second period, was a very exciting period of hockey. I could probably say this is one of the more exciting periods of hockey I've seen all year, and I've seen a lot of hockey this year. It was something else. There was a lot going on. Not only was it back and forth action, but Patrick Sharp, 36-year-old Patrick Sharp, was throwing his body around out there. He looked fast in this game. He had a really good game. Wingels throwing his body around. He freaking flipped a dude. That was crazy. The opening power play of the second period, Keith had to clear a puck off the goal line. Sharp had a penalty shot. He had Marc-Andre Fleury beat on the penalty shot, just had him leaning completely the opposite way, but Sharp couldn't put the puck where he wanted to, basically just hit Marc-Andre Fleury in the shoulder. Oh man, so close to getting that one. Just so much going on here. It was crazy. That all would not be for nothing, though, as 6.5 minutes in, Patrick Sharp with the puck on the left side, coming in from the dot with some room. He throws it over to DeBrincat on the far post, but DeBrincat's kind of tied up. Puck hits a skate, kind of is loose. DeBrincat grabs it, throws it on net. Marc-Andre Fleury with a diving save. Patrick Sharp gets the puck, and he gets it back to DeBrincat, who just one-times it 5-hole past Fleury for his 21st goal of the year. And the Blackhawks grab a 2-1 lead, and they would take that into the third period. It was so cool seeing the reaction from Sharp and DeBrincat after this goal. They were just so happy. It was awesome. As we know, those two started on the same line at the beginning of the season. Sharp took DeBrincat under his wing, and he's been such a big part of DeBrincat's development this year early on in his career. And Sharp, like I said, he played a great game here. I would love to see him stick in the lineup for the remainder of the season. You gotta think, and he's probably thinking this too, these could very well be the last 20-some games of his career. So at this point in the season, put him in, coach. Put him in. So the Hawks have a 2-1 lead after 2. They haven't lost in regulation this year when leading after 2. So you got to think we're guaranteed a point in this game. We're in a good spot. A minute into the third period, Vegas Golden Knights finishing up a power play. Hunt takes the puck at the point, kind of risks one on net. There's a little bit of a screen in front. I don't think Glass really ever saw it all that well. The puck gets by him into the back of the net, and we are all tied up. 2 minutes after that, Riley Smith finds himself with the puck in the offensive zone, makes his way to the slot with a lot of room, and just snipes it top shelf over Glass's glove, and Vegas now has the lead. 2 minutes after that, David Perron with the puck coming into the zone, just kind of throws the puck on net. Glass gets pretty much all of it, but definitely not enough of it. The puck squeaks by him, very soft goal, and now Vegas is up 2. So just as a message to the other teams in the league, we were kind of doing an experiment here, and our scientific research is showing that giving up 3 goals in the first 5 minutes of the third period is not a good strategy. Nosek would get an empty net goal after Gustafsson would just whiff on a shot, typical end to this game, and the Golden Knights would win this one 5-2. Now, I said it earlier, but I really thought Wingels had a great game in this one. He was throwing his body around. He was really high energy, just going at it. He got promoted up to the first line for this game after playing pretty much exclusively third and fourth line the rest of the season. But it seemed like he also gave a little bit of a kickstart to Jonathan Toews and Brandon Saad on that first line. And, of course, he got the power play goal, too. Just a really good game from him. He's the type of player I would love to see the Blackhawks re-sign this offseason if it comes to it. He is an unrestricted free agent at the end of the season. If we are able to get a decent return from him during the trade deadline, I'm fine with that too. But if he sticks out the rest of the season with the Hawks, I would love to see him come back for next season. I just feel like he's one of the few players on this team that's earned that. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well. Up next for the Hawks, they start off a 5-game homestand and kick it all off against the Anaheim Ducks. Blackhawks have not played very well at home this year. They haven't really played well anywhere this year. They also haven't played very well against the Pacific Division. Meanwhile, the Ducks are pretty much right in the thick of the playoff hunt, so they're going to be gunning for this win. hopefully the Hawks come out with a decent performance. Hopefully we get to hear Chelsea Dagger a few times, and hopefully we get an entertaining and quality game, and maybe, just maybe, we can stop this losing streak from reaching 8 games. Thanks for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. I hope you enjoyed it. At least I hope you enjoyed it more than the result of this game. Let me know your thoughts on the game and the team's performance down in the comments section below. If you'd like to see a recap of this game from a Golden Knights fan's perspective, I will leave a link to a channel in which you can watch it down in the description. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate it if you do. But most importantly, as always, stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you next time.